Hello, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up? I have got to fix that. I hate the way that looks, man. Hello, what's going on? Oh, shoot. What is going on? Why can I hear myself? I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Apparently, my own show on YouTube turned on myself. On myself. On myself. You and your wife are having a baby? Wow, that's great. Deb's in the chat for my name is Sam. Him and his wife are having a baby. That's exciting news. That's exciting news. Yeah, congrats. Oh, of course I don't mind you sharing the news. Of course not. It's exciting news. Why would I get upset about that? I don't believe so, Ryan. I don't think I'll be on at all. She might be on. She might be on the line. So yeah. So no, that your answer is no. The answer is no. All right, well, welcome on in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Happy Friday. Yeah, I am starting to do this is my first week of starting to try to do Friday lives, which will mean I won't be doing Sunday lives. So that's the way. So that's the way. That's what we're gonna. That's how we're gonna play it. I'm not. But happy birthday, Ryan, in advance. I'm glad you're. I'm happy birthday. How old you turning? 27. Meow meow. 44 with a big fofo. There may be still some lives with Ari, but those lives with Ari will be on her channel, not mine. And they won't be every day. They'll be no, they won't be every Sunday. They'll be at different times. So yeah, you'll still see them. Yep, you'll still see them. Yeah, so they'll exist. They'll just be on her platform, not on mine. Not that I don't want them on my platform. I'm just running out of time. So, and I got to give myself some time off at some point. Just working for the man every night and day. Birds gotta Big wheels keep on turning, and keep on burning, rolling, rolling. Rolling on a river. Rolling, rolling. uh, my friend used to say, rolling, 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 a big hooter. Hey, you know. You like me probably, but don't quit your day job. I wasn't planning on it. I wasn't planning on it. I was a lead singer of a band at one point in my life, though. That is true. That actually did happen. Yeah, I was a lead singer of one band. We were not very good. Yeah, we were not great. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, we were not great. When are we doing calls? When I get ready to start taking calls. We got somebody in the call queue right now, so we'll see how once my screeners get done with them, and then we'll check it out. So when we get the right caller in, and yeah. Do I play instruments? So I grew up playing piano, but I haven't touched the keys in a really, really, really long time. Then I did play guitar for quite a while, and then I played. You look like a bass player. I did play bass in a band at one point too. Yeah, yeah, I did play bass in a band at one point too. I didn't intend to start playing bass. I was playing guitar with a friend of mine, and he was in a band. He was in a band, and yeah, he was in a band, and their bass player got like super high and took off, and so he was like, "Hey, we have a show in like 2 days. I need you to play bass if you have the time at a show we have in 2 days." I've never played a show before, by the way. At this point, I'd never played a show, and so I was like, I don't know how to play bass. He's like, you know how to play guitar? He's like, I'll teach you how to like, you know, just follow the beat, you know? And I was like, okay, I guess I will. And so I literally had never touched a bass, picked up his bass, learned how to play bass in 2 days. There's no reason that I should have been playing a show. I don't know how much shit I messed up. Like I messed up so many things that I don't even have the comprehension level to know how bad I screwed up. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember trying to walk through a drive-through. That they were not happy about that. It was in, where the fuck was that show at? Was that in Pasadena? It was somewhere in LA County. I remember that. And it was this little tiny spot. Not very. I mean, there was only a dozen people there. And I screwed up the whole thing. Yeah. I screwed up the whole thing. So, but it was fun. It was my first ever show. It was my first ever show. Someone asked what genre. It was that band. That band was Christian rap rock. Yeah. So that band was Christian rap rock. Yep. The name of the band was Golgotha. I played like, I don't know, 4 or 5 shows with them, and then their bass player showed back up. Yeah. So and then I, like I said, I was a lead singer of a band a little later after that. And that was like, it was almost like a pop punk band. And yeah. And then my music careers were over. Yeah, my music career was over. So yeah. So anyways, good times. Good times. Anyways, y'all, come on in, hit that like button, hit that follow button if you haven't already. We are still looking for our first caller. So once we get a caller in here, we will move on to calls. Yeah. Is Golgotha still around? That was 2004. So that was 2004. So no, I do not believe the band is still around. Actually, the guitar player that was actually in there, he actually ended up playing for another band that actually got like really really big in Asia. Funny enough, yeah, they weren't so big here, but they were really big in Asia. Yeah, they ended up signing for a record deal. Yeah, so it's never too late to pick up the vocals again. Did you not just hear me try to sing? I think it's too late. All right, I think it's too late. BTS, I'm gonna join BTS. That's something. I'm gonna start a K-pop band. I'm gonna start a K-pop group. That's all. Dude. Next music venture will be a K-pop group. I'll be like K-pop Demon Hunters. My daughter made me watch that movie. Um, and it was actually really good. I actually really enjoyed it. Who are BTS or who are K-pop Demon Hunters? BTS is a K-pop band. K-pop Demon Hunters is a animated movie. K-pop MAGA Hunters. Actually, 2 different people in 2 different chats said that too. 2 different people in 2 different chats said K-pop MAGA Hunters. That's great. Oh, goodness. That's not supposed to happen. Woo! Hey Silver, if you can hear me, when you add them in, please add them to the host queue, not directly into the host room, because I didn't even have my headphones in and they were getting ready to start talking. If you can hear me, so you after you screen them, there should be a thing that says host queue. Please drop them into host queue, not host room. Host room puts them directly live on air. Oh no, they were. Hold on one sec. We have a phone call. I'm working with some new screeners. Okay, so we're having a little bit of a learning curve. All right. Hey, yeah, WC chat for the phone screeners for sure. We just got some new phone screeners. So, hey, as people are learning, we're going to, we're gonna run into a few issues. We're gonna get there. All right. I shut off my fan before I. Do I want my fan on? God, it's like that weird in between where it's like almost nice enough where I don't need my fan on, and I almost want it. Hold on, I'm gonna turn it on and then I'm gonna turn it down. One sec. All right, sorry, I had to turn them. Had to turn the fan on. Yeah, I use last couple nights I've actually been cold. Really. Last couple nights I've actually been kind of cold, so um it's like hot as hell when I start and then it's cold as hell by the time I leave. All right, let's get the headphones in. Let's take the first caller. Let's get this thing started. Mr. Wheels, thank you so much for the DJ glasses. I really, really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Y'all, if y'all would like to support the live, of course I do have super chat, super stickers, pay links in the bio, all that fun stuff. We are going to be taking calls, and yeah, if you'd like support, I do have the DJ glasses and all that sort of stuff too, so I really appreciate it. Oh my God. Hello, how are you? I'm doing great. How old are you? I mean, you kind of sound the same to me, man, but that's okay. We'll Okay, well, if you want me to send him back, I can let you talk to him if it's if that's better. And since you have such an issue with it. Why would I support that? What's good? Awesome. So what you're saying is there's no Ayatollah? So we didn't get rid of the Ayatollah? Well, yeah, there have been multiple Ayatollahs. So the last Ayatollah was 86 years old. I mean, we could have just waited a few weeks and let him trip and fall, and then Mother Nature would have done that himself. I don't know why we needed to do billions of dollars to kill an 86-year-old. Oh yeah, they absolutely should. They absolutely have. But a whole bunch of terrible people that were still doing terrible things before are still doing those terrible. What happened? What just happened? Sorry, somebody. I think they just got disconnected somehow. Hello. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. I think they were trying to add some info onto your call. That's on me. Yeah. So, anyways, what I was saying was, a lot of this, yeah, there's a lot of people that are dead that were doing horrible things. There's still a lot more people that aren't dead that are still there doing horrible things. Like, honestly, a lot of the people that have taken over since we killed a bunch of people that were doing horrible things, the people that took over are worse people than the people that we killed to begin with. They're more hardline, and now we just killed all their friends and family. So now they're going to hate the United States even more. Right. So, like, the thing about your argument is, hold on, sir. The thing about your argument is it's only effective if we get rid of all of them and then we institute a government that is, either more favorable to the United States. What do you mean you can't hear callers? What? Oh shit. That's on me. Yeah. So, anyways, um, what I was saying is that your argument's only effective if we get rid of the entire regime, if we get rid of everybody who's doing all the bad stuff, and then your theory of like, oh yeah, we're actually putting people in, we're actually saving the people of Iran, or we're doing a good thing over there, then that could be effective. But not only are we not doing that, we're not trying to do that. And it looks right now like we're negotiating with the people doing all the bad things. So all you're saying is that we spent billions of dollars to kill some bad people to install worse people to treat the Iranian people worse. That I don't understand why that's a good thing.
Well, there's that, and we've made them much, much weaker. I mean, they took the Strait, which they always could have done, but now all of the people in the Middle East hate them. I mean, all their neighbors Qatar, who is like pretty in the middle, if not leaning pro-Iran and Hezbollah and, Hamas, is now much more so on our side.
Where are you saying that Qatar was leaning towards Iran? Qatar is a U.S. ally. We have one of the largest U.S. base in the Middle East in Qatar. They work with us on trade. They're part of the Abraham Accords. How are they leaning towards Iran?
Why do I think? Are you familiar with Qatar's role with Hamas, one of Iran's?
I'm familiar with lots of people's who roll with Hamas. That none of that affects what I just said.
No, but you understand like Qatar's singular role in supporting Hamas.
They don't have a singular role in supporting Hamas. They have multiple roles in supporting all sorts of people. So you're gonna have to be more specific.
Yeah. So first of all, a majority of all the people who were like the heads of Hamas weren't actually in Gaza. They were in nice apartments in Qatar, and they've since been essentially kicked out of Qatar. Qatar funneled a ton of money to Hamas. All these things were.
Where are you showing that?
In what Qatar? I mean, it's just a fact. You can look it
up. Okay, if it's just a fact, then you should be able to tell me where I can find it. And if I'm not going to just go look it up, just tell me where I can find it.
I'm telling you to go look it up on the internet.
Go look it up on the internet, sir. I don't want to go look it up on the internet. You obviously read something that said this. Just tell me where you saw it.
It's just a fact. That's where they all live.
Oh my God. It's just, okay, well, you know what? It's just a fact that Qatar has never done anything with Hamas, and they're not actually in the Middle East. They're actually in Asia now. They moved their country.
Oh man. I don't know, like I don't know what you want me to say, like
no, it's just a fact, dude. If you don't like it, just go look it up on the internet.
I know, but that's where they are.
Just go look it up. Just go look it up on the internet. They're just not there anymore.
Okay. Do you remember why? Do you remember the first war? Like, so there was a big attack, drone strike from Iran onto Israel. Do you know what caused that initially? I'm not talking about Midnight Hammer. I'm talking about
the drone strike. There's been tons of those. Be more specific.
No. The first major barrage attack between Iran and Israel ever. The first direct attack
ever.
The other.
Yeah, so when was ever? When was this attack?
This was right before. This was right before Midnight Hammer. It was like a year before Midnight Hammer.
Okay, what year? What month?
I don't know, like 2 years ago. I don't remember the exact date.
Sir,
That
Iran and
yeah,
Israel have been majorly fighting each other for longer than I've been alive. So when you're talking about the first attack and you're being very, very like adamant that it was the first attack, then you're gonna have to be more specific, okay? Because they've been fighting each other for a long fucking time. So I don't know when you consider the first attack.
yeah, I'm talking about direct. Obviously, they've having proxy wars,
They've also had direct
but that
contact. Yep, Israel has been bombing inside of Iran for the last decade, and Iran has been
April.
attempting to retaliate against those. And it's probably
It
longer
was
than the last decade. They've been using drones that whole time, or as long as drones have been publicly available. The Shahid drones, they've been using them the whole time. So again, I'm just asking you to be more specific because obviously we're not on the same page here.
April.
You're just saying the
April.
first attack, and I don't know what that has to do with anything.
April 2024 was the first major attack on the actual soil of Iran, exchanging attacks between Israel and Iran. Do you recall this?
Just get to your point. I don't know which one exactly you're talking about, but sure, whatever.
The reason that they got into that conflict in the first place is because Israel blew up and killed and assassinated a major Hamas leader who was
Oh yeah, then
living
I know
in
what you're talking
Qatar.
about.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that happened right after Iran attacked Israel, attacked Iran. Yeah.
No, it happened, and then Iran attacked Israel because it hit like a consulate as well. Like no,
No, Israel
like
first attacked by killing one of Iran's leaders, and then Iran retaliated.
no, it was a Hamas leader.
A Hamas. Oh yes, the person in the IRGC that Israel claimed to be a Hamas leader.
No, he was Palestinian.
Okay, what's his name?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay. Anyways, I don't know what any of this really has to do with much. What's the point of of us going to this entire point? Like, what's the point of this rabbit hole?
Well, I just told you that Iran is like alienating all the people in the Middle East because they're striking all these people, driving them closer to the U.S. The
Oh, okay,
U.S. is
cool.
as
Yeah,
strong
you
as
have no,
ever.
sir. Okay, gotcha. If that's your only point, then yes, they're striking all this oil infrastructure and natural gas infrastructure in the region. People that were close to them, like Qatar and like Saudi. We don't have any proof that that's brought any of those countries closer to the United States. They're not, any more of in alliance with the United States as they were before, and it doesn't show that they'll stop freaking funding terrorist groups.
Yeah, but by making Israel weak, they can't fund these groups. All these groups have been destroyed by Israel, so they essentially can't do anything. Like Hezbollah shooting some missiles, but they're getting kicked out of Lebanon. So that's pretty embarrassing, which is like the first time that's happened since they were let in the first place and staged a coup there. And yeah, I mean, the U.S. is as strong as ever. Iran is super weak. They've alienated all the people in the Gulf, and their capabilities are shit. Now they close the strait. Okay, that's the one card you can play. But making our enemies weaker is great. You cut off the oil to China. It's all about China for the most part. But just generally, it's good to make our
China's
enemies
like the
weak.
fourth or fifth largest oil producer on the planet, right, by themselves.
Yeah, but they cannot. They have to import a ton of oil.
Yeah, and
Like
where
they
do they
can't produce
import the
enough
majority
themselves.
of their oil from outside of their own production?
They get it from the U.S.
Russia.
They get it from
The
Iran.
the answer is
They get it
Russia.
from
The answer is
Russia,
Russia.
and
Their
they get it.
primary
They used
imports
to.
for oil are from Russia. And not only
Yeah.
are they, or have we not done anything to stop Russia, we're literally rolling out the red carpet to Vladimir Putin in Alaska and like
Yeah.
having like people. So
But
literally, the Iran oil is like barely a freaking little drip towards China.
the
So I don't really
reason
know what that has to do with much, sir. But what you're
the
saying
the
so far
reason
is, hold on, sir. What you're saying so far is that we spent billions of dollars to take out a bunch of weapons that couldn't hit the U.S. anyway, right? So it wasn't an imminent threat. In order for Israel to take out proxy groups, which they obviously could have done on their own because we didn't help them take out Hezbollah, right? So we spent billions of dollars in American troops to still be at the exact same amount of threat that we were at before. We've maybe dropped China's freaking, like capabilities by 1/4%. Cool. And now because of that, we have higher oil prices across the entire world. We have freaking trade that's all lost. We've actually alienated ourselves from a whole bunch of our allies who are now in worse positions because of the Strait of Hormuz being closed. We did not liberate the people of Iran at all, right? And we can't seem to even get out of this war now. Because apparently we have no ability to negotiate. Because even though everybody on the right keeps telling me that we are just absolutely destroying them and they have no chance, they still seem to be telling us to fuck off every single time we go into negotiations with them. If we were just beating them so bad and it was just this absolute destruction and we are just winning and they're so weak, why do every time we go into negotiations with them, we end up walking away with our tail tucked between our legs because they told us to fuck off?
Well, the only time we walked away with negotiations with the tail between our legs was the Obama nuclear deal. Does it embarrass?
No, it literally just happened a couple weeks with JD Vance. What are you talking about? Sir, stop trying to go back. JD Vance just went to Pakistan, literally went there to try to negotiate. They talked about releasing sanctions. They talked about all sorts of stuff that they were literally handing to Iran. And Iran told JD Vance to fuck off, okay, and sent him with his tail tucked between his legs. So much so that they freaking had to fire JD Vance. And now they're sending Jared Kushner there this weekend to try to make a deal. Iran is telling the US right now to fuck off. Okay, so if we're winning so much, okay, and it's such a destruction, and they're so weak and we're so strong, then why are they not giving up, sir?
Well, this is how negotiations go, dude. We're in the middle of it, and they come to us with this, and we say no, and it takes time. We'll call back later. I'll call back later when we actually get a deal, and if it's dog shit, I'll admit you're right. But I think it's more likely than not that we get a great deal, and Iran is much weaker than before. And It works out very well for the U.S., the people in the world.
What does a great deal look like?
Just to tie in, well, no nuclear.
I don't really need you to tie in anything. That sounds like you're just going off on something else. What does a great deal look like?
No funding of proxies, no nuclear enrichment, no missile development. You can't just develop a ton of conventional missiles you can use. Those three are three big ones, or at least a delay in enrichment for 20 years. Totally.
Awesome. And why would they agree to any of that?
We'll see what happens in negotiations.
No. Why would they agree to any of the things that you just said? Why would they agree to any of it?
I mean, dude, we're getting in a rabbit hole here. But
no, we're not in a rabbit hole, sir. You said we're going to come out with a better deal. You just told me what a better deal looks like. They offered less than that. Right? They offered less than what you just said at the last negotiation, and Iran told them to fuck off. So I don't understand why you would say that they would agree to that. They're not going to agree to zero enrichment. They've already said that very specifically. Even if we somehow got them to agree to not funding proxies, we have no ability to enforce that. What are we going to do? Go to war with them every single time we think that they're funding proxies or Israel says that they're going to fund proxies? That's not going to happen. And then you're going to have them freaking not have any missile development. So what you're just saying is that in 2 years, a year, 2 years, whatever down the road, Israel can just unprovoked say that they did something, attack them again, and they have absolutely no defense mechanism?
Yeah, but the only reason Iran is attacking them is because they fund the proxies that kill thousands.
Sir, you're not. You're trying to divert the conversation. We're talking about the deal. We're talking about, sir. We're talking about the deal. The thing that you said would look like a good deal. Okay, that is what we're talking about. We're not talking about whatever other little pivot lanes you want to go out to. Iran. Why would Iran, okay, agree to not be able to defend themselves at all, which is what you just said, not freaking be able to get a nuclear any nuclear material, which they already said they will never agree to not have any. I mean, the JCPOA got rid of all of their enriched uranium, higher than 2.7%. You think they're going to go even further than that? That's not going to happen. And even if they did agree to not fund proxies, how would we enforce that?
The reason that they would accept the deal is because we are going to kill all of the leaders unless they do, because we won't stop the war unless they do, and because we're going to ravage their economy. I mean, they can't export oil. It's like that's why. But that's why. Now,
you think they care about that?
The red carpet. When you say, of course.
Well, no, they don't. They don't give a shit about that. They don't give a shit about anything you just said.
They don't give a shit about living.
No. Not the way that you say, sir. The entire point of the regime is survival. Okay, this is why even before we attacked, every single one of those leaders that you talked about had a succession plan of 5 people behind them. The Ayatollah, all of the heads of all the departments. They said, it's fine. If we get killed, that is what it is. Okay. because we're talking about radical Islamists, okay? That's who we're talking about. We're talking to people that feel like if they get killed, they go to paradise, they go to whatever their religion says, and so it is what it is. They die a holy death and they move on. Okay, they're not. This isn't their concern. Their concern, okay, is the survival of the regime. All right, and as long as they can keep replacing leaders faster than we can kill them, all right, which they're doing right now, and it's not going to matter. Not to mention, it's not a centralized leadership of government, right? So even if one person just agreed to give up, right, or to agree to all these things, they can't control the IRGC because it's completely decentralized. All right, they can't control the military because it's completely decentralized. All right, if they were going to agree to all those things you did in order to stop themselves from being killed, then we would never have gone to war because they would have agreed to all of this sort of stuff while the last Ayatollah was alive.
Yeah, but nobody would have expected the U.S. had the capacity to do what we're doing now. I mean,
Of course they do. What are you talking about? We're not even at our full capacity. Everyone knew that they had the capacity to do this, including them. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this is like what people say after the Venezuela attack. Like, oh yeah, of course we just waltz into a country and kidnap the leader, and of course we could do it. I mean, this is it defies.
We have the greatest and most
do
powerful military on the planet by a long shot. Yeah, I don't know why that's surprising.
But it's not just that. It's not just that. It's the integration of AI and cyber warfare. It's the fact that Israel supposedly hacked into the security cams and knew exactly where everybody was at all time. I mean, it's the pager
They
stuff.
were
Like, all these
they were at their houses.
No, they all met together in one facility for a meeting.
At the freaking Ayatollah's house in broad daylight.
They all met together at a meeting when Trump purposefully didn't talk about Iran and sending a carrier over there during the State of the Union to not tip them off. I mean, this was executed very well. Now, talking about attaining strategic goals, I think that at a certain point, we kill enough of them to destabilize the regime and the Iranian people can rise up. That's obviously a concern of these people, right? Like, they had a huge protest in January. I think it's a good thing for dictators in the world to be on notice that if you kill 60,000 of your own civilians, innocent civilians protesting.
How does this number keep going up, dude? How does this number keep going up?
Whatever it is.
No, it's just crazy, dude. It literally started when you guys first started telling me this, like right after the war. It was they killed 10,000 of their citizens. It was 10,000. All right. They all rose up and they killed 10,000 people, which even that number was exaggerated. Okay. But now somehow we've gotten from 10,000, and every single week when I talk to another one of you guys, like every few days, it just goes up a few more thousand. And it was 10,000, it was 20,000, it was 30,000. Now apparently it's 60,000 people. Like, pretty soon, if you guys keep raising the number, there's not going to be enough citizens in there for you guys to claim that they killed.
Okay, regardless of if it's 10 or 60,000, it's a good precedent to set that you get. I mean, the numbers don't matter. You're just kind of going.
How many people has North Korea killed of their own citizens?
Yeah, but the citizens.
No. I asked you a question. How many people have North Korea killed of their own citizens?
Many.
Many. But yet Donald Trump went over there, had the military, saluted their generals, had the military roll out red carpet, wrote them love letters. How many people have Russian oligarchs and Russian leaders like Putin killed of their own citizens? How many people has Saudi Arabia killed of their own citizens, right? Like, literally, he had an Al-Qaeda leader in the White House and was talking about how he was like a good looking guy and all of that sort of stuff, right? Like, all of these other countries that Donald Trump freaking soaks up, brings over to the White House, brings the United States, talks about how good they are, talks about how amazing they are, right? And all of these other countries kill their citizens consistently, like suppress protests, don't allow free and fair elections, right? Are horrible to women, do all of those things. And Donald Trump rolls out the red carpet for them. But all of a sudden, right, you're going to try to convince me that this is for the Iranian people? Sir, it's not for the Iranian people. I'm not saying that the Iranian regime was bad. The Iranian regime is horrible. Okay? They are horrible people. I lose no fucking sleep and no fucking breath that Ayatollah Khamenei is dead. Couldn't give a shit, dude. Guys, and I hope they kill the next. Hold on, sir. I'm talking. This is not your turn. Okay? I don't care. Like, honestly, you can wipe out that guy. You can wipe out the next one. You can wipe out the next one after that. You can wipe out the next one after that. You can wipe out all of them. You can wipe out everybody that's in that regime. Okay? And I lose no sleep. They're all pieces of shit. Okay? But right now, Donald Trump is negotiating with that regime, okay? So if he's negotiating with the regime that is doing all of the horrible things, then he's not doing it to save the Iranian people. He's doing it to save his own pocket, which is what he always does. It has nothing to do with the Iranian people. On top of that, if it was for the Iranian people, Donald Trump wouldn't be threatening to wipe their entire civilization off the planet. Okay, which he has said. Not only that, with reports of him possibly trying to get the nuclear codes and Raising Cane stopping him. That's a whole other freaking conversation. Okay, but it's not about the Iranian people. Okay, if it was about the Iranian people, we would go in there and change out the regime, which would require a full boots on the ground war, which we're not willing to do. Okay, but right now all we're doing is we're taking out a bunch of freaking conventional weapon sources that could not be used against us. Okay, you want to make the argument that they could have been used against Israel? Fine. That's cool. If you're okay with a whole bunch of your tax dollars just going to be Israel first, then that's on you, man. I don't want that, right? I want our tax dollars to go to America first. But if you want them to be Israel first, then so be it, right? Like the billions and billions of dollars going to just make sure Israel can do whatever they want. Because let's be clear, right? They weren't trying to make a nuclear weapon. All right, our own intelligence apparatus said that. Then backed up by every intelligence apparatus on the planet outside of freaking Donald Trump and Bibi Netanyahu's own personal intelligence agency, right? Like there were, I mean by that I mean like them too. That's it, right? They weren't trying to make a nuclear weapon. They were willing to come to the table to agree to not make nuclear weapons and to delay it even more. All right, they were willing. They were willing to do all of these things. They were willing to do all of these things, okay, before. And the best thing that we're going to get out of this negotiation, I'm letting you know right now, the best thing that we're going to get out of it is exactly what we were in before. Like that is the best thing that we're possibly going to get out of it, okay? Because right now we are offering okay, to release what is going on right now? Whatever right now what we are offering is a removal of sanctions, okay, in order for them to give up their nuclear material. That is what is on the table right now. We've already seen what's on the table, and that's exactly what was already in the JCPOA. You guys complain that it was temporary. It being temporary is also on the table for this deal. Okay, everything that they're offering is exactly what was already in the JCPOA. Okay, except we didn't have to waste billions of dollars in American lives and freaking and start an entire war to get there. That's the problem. It's not a matter of whether Iran is bad or not. Everybody agrees Iran is bad. Okay? The problem is that this war is only going to accomplish exactly what we had before Donald Trump pulled us out of it.
Yeah, I would say it's going to be far better off. One, so just you guys, because you talked about a lot of different things. First point, the sanctions we remove would just be the nuclear-related sanctions. The point of the JPCOA or the JCPOA or whatever it is in the first place was to avoid Iran making nukes. So obviously they wanted to get nukes. Officials in the Iranian government stated their point was to get the nuclear weapon. And the reason that they're enriching uranium up to this high level is to use as a bargaining chip so that if we promise that they don't, enrich it anymore, we'll take off sanctions without dealing with the underlying problem that we've been dealing with since '79, which is they're an evil regime. They chant death to America. They want to destroy America, and they actively work against our interests by supporting our enemies and killing U.S. soldiers with IEDs and training all the groups in the Middle East on the best ways to do guerrilla warfare and kill American soldiers.
Now, and none of the things that hold on, and I just want to be clear, and none of the things you just said are going to stop with what we just did. They are not going to stop funding their proxies. They're not going to stop chanting death to America. They're not going to stop hating us. Okay. They're not stopping. They're not going to stop being a freaking haven for freaking terrorism, because literally when you do things like this to a country, it literally creates a breeding ground for terrorism. This is how you create terrorist groups, is by going in and bombing things. That's how you create them. So nothing that you just said, everything that you just said that is a problem with Iran is still a problem. Nothing that we've done has fixed that problem. That's my issue. We haven't done any of those things.
No, well, listen, I'm glad we both focus on the more important things here, which is kind of neutering Iran. I think that there's a big benefit of making Iran look like a little pussy, because, like, when Israel destroyed other proxies and the U.S. supported them in that, they appealed to Iran for help, and Iran was like, oh, well, can't do much. And now the proxies can't help Iran. They built out this whole network as like a support system for Iran, so that's destroyed. I don't think there are going to be any proxies anymore, right? I mean, like,
that's the stupidest thing. Like, that's crazy.
they've all been massively weakened. I mean, there's like the Houthis,
That's
maybe,
crazy,
but
sir.
whatever.
They'll just be
And
new proxies.
let me finish here. Again, the whole thing is you're getting so focused on Iran, you're not thinking of the grand strategy of containment in China, as laid out by Eldridge Colby. Not sure if
No, we're not moving on to China. You said way too much for you to pivot to China.
This is about China, my boy.
No, it is not. No, it is not about China. It has nothing to do with China. It has nothing to do with China. It has zero to do with China. You know how we know that it has zero to do with China? Do you know how we know that?
Tell me.
Yeah, because the director of the anti-terrorism center for the United States, the person that's in charge of all this stuff, specifically said this had nothing to do with China. This had nothing to do with U.S. interests. This had nothing to do with any of that stuff. It only and had everything to do with Bibi Netanyahu talking to Donald Trump into doing it. That's it. That was the whole, that was the beginning, that was the middle, that was the end, that was the whole thing. Everything else outside of that is a bunch of people trying to make up this whole thing about Donald Trump playing fucking 4D chess. He's not, okay? All of this had to do with Israel. Just Israel, only Israel, no one else but Israel.
Yeah, listen, I know it's cute, like the whole like Jews controlling government or Donald Trump stupid.
Oh my God, now you get to anti-Semitism. That's pretty sad. I don't allow anti-Semitism on here.
Yeah, I'm Jewish. I don't support anti-Semitism either.
Then why are you saying anti-Semitic shit?
What did I say it's anti-Semitic? You said Bibi is controlling Trump into doing this.
I said Bibi manipulated Trump into doing this. Yes. That's not anti-Semitic to say that one individual fucking influenced another individual just because one of those individuals is Jewish. You understand that, right?
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, no, yeah, you understand that, right? Hey, you understand that, right? You understand that you don't get to make an anti-Semitic argument just because I say that one leader of one country influenced one leader of the other country, which has been reported by multiple government officials in the Trump administration? You know that that's not anti-Semitic, right? How many times has Bibi Netanyahu gone to a U.S. president saying that Iran is 2 weeks away from getting a nuclear weapon and that we need to attack them?
Yeah, well, they.
How many times, sir?
For a long time.
How many times?
How
many times? No. You don't. No. Nope. How many times?
50.
Over 2 dozen since 1991. Over 2 dozen since 1991 publicly. We have no idea how many were said privately, but over 2 dozen publicly. So are you saying that because every other president didn't do it, that's what anti-Semitism looks like? Is to not listen to him?
No, but we've been actively essentially sabotaging the program via stuff like
No, I don't want to hear no. See, we don't get to go back to that subject because I'm not going to let you run away. Hey, shh. I'm not going to let you fucking run away from the fact that you're trying to call me anti-Semitic because of multiple fucking people within the Trump's organization, people that like Trump, people that have top secret clearances, that work at the Pentagon and work at the White House, are all coming out reporting that Bibi Netanyahu is the only reason that we went to this, and that is the reason why we attacked him, because Bibi Netanyahu talked to him. And I'm not going to let you sit here and try to pull some anti-Semitic shit and then fucking be like, oh, you're anti-Semitic for saying that, and then try to pivot the fucking conversation. Okay? You're not going to get to do that.
No. Listen, there's one guy that stepped down that's saying that Bibi manipulated Trump.
No, there's been multiple people. There's been ex-CIA officers, but there's been White House staffers. There's been the director of the Anti-Terrorism Center. There has literally been at least a dozen and a half people who have all said it.
Listen.
You listen.
Stupid, right?
No, you listen.
So you think Trump's stupid, right?
Yes.
You think Trump's stupid, right? Okay.
Yeah, I think you are too, though.
I encourage you to read the national security document that lays out the strategy.
I have. He doesn't write that.
Made out by Eldridge Colby. That shows.
He doesn't write that.
We can't exactly say. It has his fingerprints all over. You should read his book called Strategy of.
Donald Trump does not write that.
I know he didn't write it.
Then what does that have to do with Donald Trump being an idiot?
It lays out. He's not an idiot. It lays out.
What does Donald Trump, a document that Donald Trump didn't write, have to do with Donald Trump being an idiot?
I'm saying Trump isn't an idiot.
Yeah, this is what you just said to me. Donald Trump is not an idiot. If you don't believe me, go read a book or go read a paper that he didn't write.
No, it lays out the strategy of why we're doing what we're doing. We can't say, oh, we're trying to fuck over China because you can't really
do
say
you know
that
who
publicly.
do you know
But
who
that's
Marco
what's
Rubio
happening.
is?
Yes,
Who's Marco Rubio?
our Secretary of State.
Oh, what's the
And
job of the Secretary of State?
to manage foreign affairs on behalf
Awesome.
of the president.
What did he say the reason we attacked Iran was?
To destroy their nuclear capabilities.
Wrong.
And why did he say we attacked Iran?
He said because Israel was gonna attack Iran, and Israel let us know that they were going to attack Iran, so we wanted to hurry up and attack Iran before Iran possibly retaliated on us. So Marco Rubio said the only reason that we attacked Iran was because of Israel. Can you please think of anybody in the government who is more qualified to say the reason why we attacked another country than the Secretary of State?
Yes.
Who?
Rubio clarified those statements.
No, who is more qualified than that?
No, I'm telling you, Rubio clarified those statements, and that's not what he meant.
Oh, gotcha. So what the Secretary of State specifically said is not what he meant. Gotcha. No, that makes complete sense.
Listen, Iran's our enemy. What we're doing is a good thing. Read the document. I gotta go see my girlfriend.
Yeah. Run away, little guy. It's so crazy, dude. It's so nuts, right? To have the literal Secretary of State say that we did it because of Israel, right? The Secretary of the State said we did it because of Israel. And then when I say we did it because of Israel, he's like, oh, that's anti-Semitic. Fuck you, dude. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, go visit your pretend girlfriend. Anyways, y'all make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to keep this thing going and move on to the next caller. If you guys like support, I do have super chats, super stickers, pay links in the bio. I have memberships, and I have a live gift goal, which we haven't even touched. Goodness gracious. I wasn't paying attention. I thought I was going to come back and we were going to hit it. All right. We're at a live gift goal of DJ glasses that we're gonna try to clear. I think this is the same one I've had up here for 3 days. I don't think I've cleared it yet. Master, thank you so much for the party hat. Real, thank you so much for the gold coin. Glitcho, thank you so much for the 6-7. Captain Obvious, thank you so much for the $5. Says, man, I used to sell the sell thing at the swap meet, and this one guy listened to CCR nonstop. That just triggered my memories like a sleeper cell. Are you ready to activate all of a sudden? Are you ready to activate? That's funny. Capo, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Huge W's in the chat for Capo. Eric, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said, hey man, I know this ain't a lot, but I wanted to send you something for the way you handled the caller yesterday about the tariffs and actually got him to admit he was wrong. Keep up the good work, buddy. Polly, I gotta remember that. I actually gotta cut that. I don't get callers to admit they're wrong every once in a while, so very often. So I gotta make sure I cut that. Thank you so much, Eric, and that is a whole bunch. I really, really appreciate that. That is really, really huge. That every super chat matters to me. Really, really, it does. It really, really. Every super chat and every gift matters to me. Matt, I think you said Poly, bots, and cults say what? You know, you come in here to say that like every day through a super chat. I appreciate that. Vicky, thank you so much. Shush, thank you so much. Also, V Crites, thank you so much. All right, we're going to move on to the next caller. Keep this thing going. Thank you guys for getting halfway through the DJ glasses. Thank you. Sorry, it's not letting me go back. Kiwi and Tor and Civ. Thank you guys so much for helping me start to clear that out. Let's see if we can get the other half of that thing moving. I really appreciate you guys. Oh my goodness, this is stuck. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. So you are BJ from Cali, 48 years old. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah, I'm 50-50. And hey, I just want to say I just found your channel today. You do an excellent job. However, I would just please don't be as rough with me as you was your last caller. You kind of talked over him. I think you guys had far more common ground that he wasn't able to get to because you kind of talked over him. That's just my opinion.
I didn't talk over him. I stopped him from pivoting, which he did multiple times. What he would do is he would say something, And then before giving me a chance to respond, he'd go, "Oh, well, actually, we're just going to completely change subjects and move on to the next thing." All I did was stop him before he did that so we could actually have a chance to actually sit and talk about what he wanted to talk about. That's all.
Copy. Yeah, dude. Well, all right. Very brief history. But again, this is the internet, so I know there's no way to verify what I'm saying. Dude, I'm a former Marine. I was an 0211. Any of your people can look that up. Currently, right now, I work for the DOD. Anyway, one thing, and it was so funny because I called to talk about something else, but over your last conversation, I do have to agree with what your last caller said. This is ultimately about China and shutting off that oil supply. Hey, please let me finish, mate. Please let me finish.
You can continue making your point. I'm still gonna laugh.
All right, copy. Understood. This is about shutting off an oil supply. Now, where I agree with you, a lot of sucker shit, and this is why I'm 50-50 with Trump. This war, me no like. I didn't vote for no war at all. A lot of Republicans didn't either. It is, I do believe to a certain extent, the Israeli influence is playing itself out in this action. However, two things can be true at once, right? The Israeli lobby and the Israeli influence within this administration brought us to that goofy ass attack late last year. What was it, like November, December, when we hit the dreaded nuclear facilities, and then this additional action. With that said, keep in mind, if there is a regime change, which is a big if, right? If there is a regime change, the goal is to put our guy in that office, our puppet, for that oil. We've already interrupted the flow of China's oil from Venezuela, and we can both agree that oil is the lifeblood of economies. Now, I'm not even going to talk about militaries, but definitely the lifeblood of economies. And if we were to ultimately be able to control that oil flow from the state of Iran, that would allow us another switch for what's ultimately the United States Navy and the United States Marine Corps is preparing for, which is a war with China.
China is one of the fastest moving countries away from fossil fuels on this planet. If not the fastest, that's actually a lie. Actually, the fastest. Okay. There is no country on the planet that is moving away from fossil fuels faster than China is. Okay. China understands, okay, that they don't want to ever be in a position where cutting off freaking fossil fuels becomes an issue for them to be able to fight a war. Okay. They're the fastest manufacturer of electric cars on the planet. Okay, and the ones that do it for the cheapest amount. All right, they're the ones whose military is actually but heavily invested in moving all of their vehicles, like even so much as airplanes and everything else, into electricity. Okay, so sorry, I really don't know what you're talking about. If you think that freaking cutting off maybe China gets 10% of their oil, okay, from Iran, maybe just over, where they could easily bump that number up from just getting more oil from Russia, all right, is a huge win. It's not. And the only reason that we went to forget that we cut off the oil coming from Venezuela, which China got a negligible amount of oil from Venezuela, was to shut off oil to Cuba and cause the humanitarian crisis that we're putting them in right now. Okay, all of this stuff about China is people on the right making up shit on the back end to justify Donald Trump's insanity. Okay, that's all this is. Okay, Donald Trump has not mentioned that this was because of China. Pete Hegseth, Marco Rubio, none of them have mentioned that this is because of China. Not a single person, not a single whistleblower, not a single ex-staffer, not a single anybody. No one in the system is saying that it's China. Okay, no one. All right. But all of a sudden, I have a whole, and out of nowhere, too, by the way, this is a brand new thing that just started like a week and a half ago, that all of a sudden, a whole bunch of people started calling my live, telling me that it's because of China. And I can only imagine, okay, that's because, I don't know, Ben Shapiro or fucking Benny Johnson or some right-wing influencer, all right, like all of a sudden started going on talking about how this is because of China. And it's just this new talking point. It doesn't even make sense. Okay, it truly, truly doesn't make sense because Iran, even if they, yes, the Iran does have the ability to fucking, they do export a lot of their oil through the Strait of Hormuz. Well, guess what? Who was blocking off the Strait of Hormuz? They were, and they were letting those Chinese boats go through. So China wasn't suffering. Now we have a naval blockade going on. How long do you think that's going to last? It's not going to be long, I promise you that much. Okay, so China has a very, very small temporary freaking slowdown of oil production, which they have tons of strategic reserves that they can tap into this if we were ever to go to war. Not to mention that Iran has a full pipeline from oil that can go from Russia and then send that oil through Russia, have it refined, and then back to China on the other side for just a little bit more time. Okay, it's sane washing. Right? That's all this is it's sane washing. It's saying, hey, this thing that Donald Trump made no sense. So we're going to make up this thing, right, that does make sense, right, in order to try to combat how insane this is. And that's all this is. I'm sorry to tell you. We went to war with Iran because of Israel. That's it. We went and took freaking Maduro out of Venezuela because of Cuba. It just is what it is. It's simple and straight to the point. We don't need to make this whole grand giant plan from somebody who's falling asleep in his own meetings and shitting himself in the Oval Office, dude. There is no grand plan to get it out of this. Donald Trump has already said he's bored with the whole situation anyway, because he's literally, we've had reports saying he's bored of this entire situation already because it's literally distracting from his other projects like his ballroom. Donald Trump is quoted as saying that he is bored with the war because it's getting in the way of his other projects like his ballroom. And you're telling me that that's the same guy who is playing 4D chess. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, see, I don't use the 4D chess language or any of that stuff. And again, hey, I'm not going to argue with you, mate. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever been to San Diego, or do you know much about San Diego?
Yeah, I'm from just north of there.
Oh, perfect. What, like Oceanside or Vista?
Little further north than that, Riverside.
Oh, okay. All right, copy. Well, yeah, dude. Hey, I work in a space. Also, so I got out the Marine Corps and went to college, studied foreign language, international trade. Again, I lived in the Hebei Prefecture, which is a state in China, Hebei Handan. That's where I got my undergrad degree. And I'll just say this, man. I don't know where exactly you get your information from. I can tell you were freestyling some things, especially as far as the reliance on oil that China is not apparently having. I would disagree with that. I'd wonder where you got that from. Now, granted, they do make electric cars, and I can understand they probably have some, even though they're the biggest polluter in the world, second biggest polluter in the world. But I'm sure that China is making moves toward being greener nationally, but that doesn't take away from the need that nation has for oil. That China has the same thirst for oil that we have, and as well as any military expenditure that they're going to do today or within the next 4 years, because again, according to their clocks, they're going to hit Taiwan by 2030. They're going to need fuel. They're going to need oil. And again, I don't know about other callers and what they've said, or who else on the internet is saying anything about China, but that is and again, I'm not even a partisan dude. It was I didn't really go for Kamala last election. That's like the first time I didn't vote for a Democrat. So again, I'm not super partisan. And I think the partisan stuff hurts our country, man. I really do. People are getting hysterical, and they're viewing people who think differently, who have just about 95% of their life in common, but people who think differently on this 5%, they're viewed as the other, and somehow dumber than people who legitimately talk out their ass or watch propaganda masked as news. So the same Republicans who watch Fox and think that, oh, dude, Fox News is telling the truth. it's the same way on MSNBC or MS Now, whatever it's called.
Nobody
that's it,
watches
man.
those things. I don't know. I mean, people watch Fox News. Nobody watches traditional media on the left. I mean, very, very few people do. So with this whole like, oh, it's the same. No, it's not. Okay, not even the right wing media and the left wing media on YouTube or any other other type of thing. There's not even the same on there, right? It's a completely different thing. It's a completely different atmosphere. One is built on fear. One is built on fear mongering. One is telling people, oh, all of these horrible things are going to happen. I just watched some right-wing influencer literally the other day talk about how Virginia signed a deal to say that people's votes in Virginia doesn't count. Right? And then I have to go like literally, and I watch all the left-wing ones, and everybody just reports on it accurately, while the right-wing one tries to fearmonger everyone, saying the Democrats are trying to take away their votes. At the same time, those same right-wing influencers are talking about how good the SAVE Act is going to be, even though it's going to disenfranchise millions of women in the United States from being able to vote. Right? It is not the same, but this is not a matter of partisanship, right? This has nothing to do with partisanship. Okay? Nothing. All right? This has to do with the fact that what?
It doesn't sound like it.
Well, you can not sound like it all you want, but it has nothing to do with partisanship. I'm not even a Democrat. You can't even tell, right? Because this hasn't had nothing to do with partisanship. This has to do with Donald Trump saying no new wars and then starting a war that does not help the U.S. in any way, shape, or form and wastes billions of dollars that we just got told we couldn't afford, right? For ACA subsidies to give people cheaper healthcare. Like literally just a few months ago, we were told that we couldn't pay for ACA subsidies to give people cheaper healthcare. But now all of a sudden we can freaking fight a war, all right, when there was no imminent threat to the United States. And now a month and a half after the war started, then all of a sudden it's about China. Okay? What do you mean I'm pulling numbers out of my ass? Go look it up. China gets 10 to 15% of their oil from Iran. Go look it up. I'm not pulling numbers out of my ass. Go to look it up. Okay, they also have $1.4 billion gallons of oil in their strategic reserves, the largest strategic reserves on the planet. Okay, so them missing 10% of their oil for a temporary amount of time does not make China weaker and does not put us in a better position to be able to defeat them currently, and doesn't stop them from attacking Iran in any way, shape, or form. Again, they get most of their freaking imports from places like Saudi and places like Russia. So these things aren't being pulled out of my ass, or these are numbers that I've actually researched and studied. Okay, so that's why I know this has nothing to do with any of the things that you're talking about. This had to do with one thing and one thing only. That Bibi Netanyahu, ever since Reagan, has been trying to convince a U.S. president to go in and help them attack Iran. And every president, even the dumb ones, like frickin' Bush Jr., wasn't stupid enough to listen to him. And Donald Trump is, because Donald Trump will listen to any person who tells him he looks pretty and that he's a great president. Okay, and then he'll go and do whatever he wants. He literally brought an ex-Al-Qaeda leader to the White House, okay, and talked about how amazing he was. Okay, he rolled out the red carpet to Putin, right? Rolled out the red carpet to Putin, while Putin is literally giving Iran weapons right now to help them fight us, and giving them intelligence to help them fight us. And he rolled out the red carpet, right? And walked over to meet him, and then walked up and spread Russian propaganda on the news. Why? Because Putin's a master manipulator. He's
what Russian propaganda did did Trump spread?
Talking about how freaking there was a bunch of embezzlement of Ukrainian money, talking about how it was full of like freaking Nazis and all sorts of stuff. They're just horrible shit about the Ukrainian people. That was not even true. How it was a justified war, how they had to attack for X, Y, and Z. Right? He invited he invited the Taliban to Camp David. Like what are we talking about here, dude?
Hey, I'll believe you on that, dude. That part I have no idea about, so I'll take your word for it. I'll just ask one quick question with you concerning talking about the Ukrainians. Are you familiar about the Ukrainian? This happened like 2 years ago, so pardon me, I don't know the names. But the Ukrainian president took a Ukrainian war hero to speak to the Canadian Congress, and it was later found out that guy was a Nazi. Are you familiar with that at all?
Yeah, that's probably not true. But I mean, we got Nazis in the White House right now, so.
Hey, you can look that up, mate.
Sure, I will.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Hey,
no. You stay on the line while I look it up. Stay on the line while I look it up.
All right. Hey, and in this downtime, I'll just say, man, hey, it's always like we're just people. Everybody doesn't have to know everything, and we're all good, man. It's all good, and I like your show. You got it. It seems really professional. Back in my youth, you would be on like an AM radio station getting busy, but
Back in
good thing we
how
got
old
the
are you?
internet now.
You're
I'm
48. You're not that
48.
much older than me.
Yeah,
That was a personal invite, not from Zelensky, but it was a personal
I
invite
didn't
from
say
the
it was from. Go ahead, mate. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm just saying it was a personal invite from the Speaker of the Canadian House of Commons, who apologized and then resigned after revealed that he was a member of a former Nazi unit.
Copy. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more than that floating around there.
He was a Ukrainian Canadian veteran who served in the 14th Waffen Grenade Division of the SS during World War II, was invited by the Canadian House of Commons during a visit by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. So Zelensky didn't even know he was showing up.
Yeah, hey, copy. Hey, there's a little bit more of that going on within the Ukrainians military. You can check that on your own, whatever. You got tons of time. There's a little breadcrumb in there for that. It's a little bit larger than. And see, again, going back to that anti-war.
He was 98 for whoever's asking that, saying he must have been 100 years old. He was 98 years old. Yeah.
Copy. Hey, even on this anti-war stance, because again, I have friends that are very, very liberal, and you know what I'm saying, they come to me about the same thing with this anti-war stance, because I was anti our involvement in Ukraine at all. And again, most Republicans with integrity can admit that Trump is, with this silly shit in Iran, this is going against what he campaigned on and what many of us, especially us GWAT veterans, goes against what we voted for. But hey, it's easy to say when you got integrity, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of us didn't support that. Some are sticking with them. To me, it's almost like, hey, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? And this might be controversial, but we have no guarantees it was going to work the same, that it wasn't going to be the same way with the alternative we were presented in the last election, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we do, though.
You do?
Yeah.
Which was? Like, what guarantee do we have that Kamala wouldn't have done this?
Because no other president's been talked into going to fight Iran outside of, by Bibi Netanyahu. Literally zero. None of them have. Again, even the dumb ones. It took one that was especially dumb to do it.
Again, that's not a guarantee of any sort, man. But I see your point. Like,
okay, well, there's no guarantee that the flying spaghetti monster doesn't come down from his possible in the sky and sprinkle us all with Parmesan tomorrow.
Right. See, now you're thinking.
That's not thinking, sir. That's just being purposely obtuse for no reason.
I was being sarcastic in my comment.
It's insane.
But it's all good, man. Hey, I like your show. Keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
Yep.
All right?
Have a good one.
Yep.
Maybe. There it goes. All right. I mean, we can all be so lucky as to hope that the flying spaghetti monster comes down from his possible in the sky to bless us all with the Parmesan. Y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Oh, all right. Well, if you guys like to support the live, I do have super chats, super stickers, pay links in the bio. Thank you guys so much for clearing out the DJ glasses. I literally think I've been trying to clear that one gift goal for like 3 days. So we threw up some surfing penguins. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Speaking of super chats and gifts, Glitcho, thank you so much. Long, thank you so much. Winston, thank you so much. Erica, thank you so much. Master, thank you so much. Lovely, thank you so much for the $5. Said if oh my god, I can't read. If all of this was for a regime change, then it failed miserably. And if it wasn't for a regime change, it still failed miserably. Literally, no matter which way you put this, it still failed miserably. It's pretty impressive how bad this is failing. Thank you, lovely. Johnny Applesauce. Sorry, Johnny Applesauce. Thank you so much to the Live Disco. And Milford, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Said a Baptist preacher was preaching so hard one Sunday that a parishioner stood up and said, "If you keep on telling that truth, I'm going to knock you down. I'm going to knock you down. Keep on telling that truth." Oh, they're going to keep trying to knock me down. That's okay. I get knocked down, but I get up again. And never going to get me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna get me down. I get knocked down. Come on, sing along. Make it up again. Oh, we dancing in here. We dancing here. Sorry, before I move on to the next card, someone just asked, is that a signed I See Stars record on the wall behind you? Yes, it absolutely is. And even more than that, maybe I can get Ari to bring it up. You guys, should I bring up Ari for a little bit? Let Ari hang out on the live with us while I bring up the next caller? You guys, should I let Ari, should I have Ari come up and hang out with us for a bit? Yeah, should I bring up Ari for a bit? I think maybe I'll do that. But I do want her to bring up, so all right. You can't hear me? Yeah, because I'm screaming. I didn't want to have you guys on while I was screaming downstairs. Speaking of the I See Stars record that's behind me, I figured it'd be a cool thing to show you guys what'll be up on my wall next week. Her Christmas present for me finally showed up. And I'm gonna hang this on the wall this weekend. But she got me a freaking signed Californication album. Isn't that dope? That's cool. Yeah, we gotta put it. I'm gonna put it up here. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it up here someplace though. Thanks, sir.
You want me to just set it here?
Yeah. You wanna jump in the box?
Sure, I can.
Yeah, she's gonna come jump in the box. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's only 4 months after Christmas.
Yep.
And we finally got it in today. Dream of Californication.
Did you find your water bottle?
Yeah, it was up here.
Oh, okay.
It didn't have any water in it, but that's okay. I don't need water right now. All right, we're gonna bring up the next caller again, y'all. If you guys like support, I really appreciate it. I saw somebody sent. Let me be the one. And Keena, thank you so much to the Surfing Penguins. If you guys like support, I do have the gift goal. I also have super chats, super stickers, all that fun stuff. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All righty then. All righty then. Yeah, it's super cool. That's the kind of shit I like, dude. I love that type of shit. I think that type of shit's awesome. So I really appreciate it. Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How are you today?
My name is Ari.
I'm talking to the caller, Ari. I'm doing well. How old are you?
33.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Oh,
well, you would be
I
an
can't hear the
absolute
caller.
idiot to not support someone that's impulsive and has erratic behavior and can't stay up during meetings. That's completely arrogant with divisive rhetoric. You would be an idiot not to support a racist.
Yeah, it sounds like. Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, so yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
If you have children, why wouldn't you support someone like that?
Yeah, why not? Makes sense.
Starting wars in countries, killing kids, getting rid of immigrants, not understanding the economy.
All right, I know you're trolling, but you're saying some stuff that's gonna get me hurt over here. You're saying some stuff that's gonna get me hurt, so I have to drop you. All right, if you guys still support Trump, you guys can join the conversation. You said you couldn't hear the caller, Ari?
Yeah, and someone is saying that I have an echo for them. I know the way that I do it on Tuesdays is I join in on call-in studio in order to which I can do.
Yeah, no one's saying you have an echo.
Okay.
The only problem is that I have a feeling in order to bring the call in for you, it's going to create an echo for everyone else.
Yeah, which is why I was saying the only solution, I think, in order for everyone to hear me, I can see.
Well, I don't have another caller that I'm really concerned about bringing up now for the moment. So.
Oh, well then we can keep chatting.
Well, I have Matt, but Matt's literally been on this live the last 2 nights.
Matt?
Not Matt. Matt. Literally, he was my first caller yesterday. He was my last caller the day before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Matt from Massachusetts. I'm trying to decide whether I have enough energy in my life right now to Matt is obsessed. Matt's a rough person to talk to too.
The crazy part is our Matt is also in Massachusetts.
Maybe they know each other. Maybe they hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they hang out.
Interesting.
Yeah, because if I add, I almost wish I had another caller right now. Because I think if I add this right here, I think it'll turn on for you. But
I'm just worried about that echo you're talking about.
I don't know what echo you're talking about. Nobody says they have an echo.
No. I'm saying if you're concerned.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure it'll make an echo. Yeah. Matt doesn't hang with Matt. You don't know what Matt does when he's not on live. Okay. You don't know what kind of things Matt be getting into. Okay. Matt's a gangster. Maybe he's out there freaking. Yeah, Matt is the worst. He's really bad. I don't know. I don't know if he's the worst.
Forget the smell. Like, does it lather up soap well? Does this one lather soap well?
Yeah. I think the other one's a bit more.
Is it?
What are we buying?
Dude, African net sponges. African net
sponges. Is
the
one you like? This one?
African net sponges. If it's not an African net sponge, are you even clean?
Apparently there's a Japanese net sponge too. I don't know. I haven't tried that one. And a Korean one.
Oh.
You like it better than the Method Men? The first one you used to use? Yeah. That one didn't lather that great.
Bro, but I'm telling you.
Sasquatch lather's good. This one lather's good.
African net sponge.
Well, listen, they have different kinds of scents. But
are we talking
which one lathers the best?
I think he's talking about body wash, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's body wash. Because he's talking about a Sasquatch. Sasquatch is a body wash.
Hey, Tough, you there?
Oh, my bad. I didn't even mean to join. I'm sorry. I was talking about something about.
I know. We were responding. We were trying to help you out. But you.
No, because we've been trying different. Like, so he's a teenager. He's 14. So I've been trying to ask him which one does he like best. I'm sorry about that, man.
Get the African net sponge. I'm telling you, it'll lather anything.
It's so good.
It'll lather.
Okay,
anything.
That's good.
It's not a soap. It's like a loofah.
It's like a loofah.
Yeah,
but better for
really
your
awesome.
skin.
Highly recommend.
What's it called?
African net sponge.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. But thank you, man. Great job.
Absolutely, man. Have a good one. He was I understand, dude. You got 14-year-olds, man. You gotta try to keep their little ass clean, bro. They be out there for it being nasty as fuck, bro. I get it. They probably walked in and like, dude, we gotta fix something going on over here.
Okay, so I need to get an anti-glare film, right? Because that's what should stop the screens from reflecting off the.
Oh, for the record?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do need something like that. Do I get a glare on the ones I have already? There's no glare on these, huh?
No, mine do down here, but that one's much bigger, so.
Interesting.
Anti-glare.
I do that record is dope though. I'm like, it's super exciting. I love that. I love that record. It's just so big. I think I'm gonna have to move. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the Icy Stars album.
Yeah.
See, the problem is I want to keep the Icy Stars album up here, but I think I'm gonna move it down below. I'm gonna put the Red Hot Chili Peppers album there. But I do plan on getting, like, when we go to Spirit Box later this year.
Yes.
I do want to get a signed album from Spirit Box. So
Oh yeah.
That's gonna go on the wall. If I can get a signed album from Spirit Box, that'll go on the wall.
I hope we can. That'd be pretty awesome, honestly.
Yeah. So if I can get that, that'd be super, super exciting. Ooh. Anyways.
All right.
You know, if you still support Trump, you can call in on the number above my head or join the guest request box either way. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I don't think unless somebody like Matt's gonna be my new, what's that dude on the line? Andrew or something?
Oh, God.
There has to be like a payment to like come in. That's how I'm about to get with Matt. I was like, that's how I'm about to get with Matt. Like, I'm gonna have to, like, somebody's gonna have to start paying me to bring Matt up. Because Matt is just, that's a whole thing.
Yeah, he sounds like not fun. There's also a Brian that was like calling everybody yesterday about the Electoral College.
I talked to him.
Yeah. So he made that argument with 3 different people yesterday.
That's not surprising. It wasn't a very good argument.
It was so dumb. He already got like blocked on it. Like it was so dumb.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good argument. I remember that. It wasn't a very good argument. Well, yeah, no, he can hear, like Matt can hear me talking right now. Yeah, no, he can hear, like what the fuck?
They got a wild echo.
It's coming from the guest I tried to bring up. All right, there it goes.
Yeah, it was just them. It's not us.
Tatted wants Matt for $5. I was gonna say $50 to bring Matt up. Tatted said $5 for Matt. I don't know. Is Matt worth $5 of my energy?
I don't know. I won't even be able to hear the best part. It'll just be you.
Well, we can always bring you to the other way if we need to.
Yeah.
God, he's so bad. I'll think of 30 seconds. Manny said $5 is worth 30 seconds.
That's Sparky. He just likes having funny usernames. You gotta read the full username. It's Manny's Hoochie Daddy Shorts.
Do a kick fund?
Yeah. Starting now before he's even up there.
Yeah, we gotta start. Oh shoot. I don't usually do kick funds, but I didn't give a number, and now I feel bad because Tatted did pay me to bring Matt up, and now I feel bad if I don't do it.
Yeah, you did it.
Oh God! All right, here. Oh God! Now they're more. Sister said, "I give another 30 seconds." Truth said, "Matt is Matt Chu. He's your $2 tipper." That's the same person. Are you serious?
No way. You're gonna have to verify that when you bring them up. Be like, is your username Matt Chu?
Oh my God!
Actually, that was kind of clever on his part. Matt Chu. I get it. I get it. That's kind of clever, honestly.
Someone said, I blocked Johnny because he insisted to talk to Jill.
Oh my God. Oh
Look,
my God.
I love Johnny to death, and I also understand. I get what, I understand. Oh my God, somebody else said $2, bring up Matt. I might actually have to bring up Matt. All right. Yeah. Oh, it literally is. He's saying clearly everyone loves me. He's literally in the chat.
Is he paying himself, for himself?
No, other people are paying to have Matt up. I'll be honest with you, I love Johnny to death too, and every time Jill's on, I leave. So I can't even get mad at you guys. All right, Ari, you want to jump over to to Colin's studio?
Yeah,
I'll bring up Matt for a second.
Yeah, I can get it.
People have paid me to bring up Matt, so I will do it.
All right, let's see. Okay, I'll mute here.
I'll do it. I don't know how long he's gonna be up here. I will say this before I bring Matt up. Okay? I will say this before I bring Matt up. Okay? I haven't done a pay to kick in years. Years and years and years I haven't done a pay to kick. Okay. But I'm tempted. I'm tempted right now. I am seriously tempted right now. How much have I gotten? How much have I gotten? Let's see.
Yo.
What's up?
Okay. Oh,
All
God,
right.
I got to turn that down. That was dumb of me. There we go.
What's up? All right. So, who the fuck is Matt? Well, you're about to find out. So here's what I'll say. If what should be the pay to kick amount, babe, for Matt? Like I said, I never did that. It was about $20 to bring him up. I say $50.
Okay.
$50 combined, and I'll drop him.
That sounds good.
I think that sounds fair.
That is so rude.
Hi, Matt.
That is $50 to kick me. Come on, man. I'm worth more than that.
You think you're worth more than that? I'm not sure about. I don't think my sanity can handle more than that.
Oh my.
I'm having a good night tonight, so you caught me on a good night. All right.
The other nights were your bad nights?
Yeah. I was having a bad night at work, so.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So you're actually Matt Chu. So you're the person who literally is in my live calling all of my followers cult members every single night?
Yes, dude. I've been paying myself to basically fund myself to be on your show, dude.
Paying your what? Okay.
He calls all of you guys cult members. He sends me a super chat every single day to call you guys cult members. All right, what's on your mind today, Matt?
Well, I don't want to disappoint everybody in the entire chat because this may come off a little awkward considering we've had great conversations the last 2 days, but I have agreed with some things you've been saying today.
Oh, you're just saying that.
Nope.
Sweetie.
Listen, some of the stuff you said tonight, I totally agree with when it comes to Iran, but I will tell you this. I have to piggyback on the previous caller. Some of what he's saying is true when it comes to China, and I know that as a fact. I'm not going to say why, but I'm going to tell you that is somewhat factual. What you were saying about like everybody talking about China in the news and all that crap, yeah, a lot of that's probably bullshit because they need a reason to justify all the stuff going on, but there is truth to the China thing for sure.
Yeah, I don't disagree that China might be a, how do I call it, convenient side effect. It wasn't done because of China, right?
Not entirely.
I don't think it was done for China in any way, right? I don't think it was done for China 1%. I think that it was a possibility that, we did this and then it's like, oh, we have a side effect over here that maybe China, China's hurt a little bit too. And then we can go, cool. But no, I don't believe there was anything done with China.
And that's your opinion. That's fine. Like I said, I know let's just put it this way.
By the way, Ryan's already sent 5 to kick you. So just thought I'd let you know,
well, Ryan sucks. But anyway, so I will say that, like I said, I'm in an industry that I'm not going to give out too much information, but I do know that some of the stuff going on behind the scenes, let's just say that there's things going on that we don't really know about. So.
Yeah, the more you know, the more you don't know. But I'm sorry, as long as you're not like, there's There's no way out of this. Either you're going to tell me you have access to classified information, which you shouldn't be talking about here, or you don't, and you don't know what you're talking about. So, like, because there's only one way to know that, and that's if you had some type of access to classified information. Hello?
I'm still here.
Oh, he's gone.
What? What?
I didn't kick him.
I didn't. I'm like in a totally other screen right now on my computer.
I didn't hang up. The CIA got him.
Oh my god, that's the best comment. Holy.
The CIA was like,
God.
you're saying too much. You're saying too much.
They
Here, he's
yoinked him,
back. I can
guys.
bring him back up.
Okay. Is he calling back?
Yeah, he's here. We thought the CIA got you from spreading all that stuff.
Oh, there he is.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
All right. No, my Bluetooth's acting weird. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's all good. So
No, I don't. I do not have. I'm not like. No, I don't have classified information. But, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to get too crazy about it. But, the previous caller, it was interesting when he was talking about like all the stuff going on, like when it comes to the oil and all that, because when you think about the Greenland situation, when you think about obviously Venezuela, Iran now, the Greenland thing was actually something that started a couple years ago, because China's been building and doing a lot of stuff up in the Arctic, and the route that they were talking about vaguely through the news, that route they've been building a lot of stuff on, and that's why the United States has been solely getting involved in that. I think the biggest problem with Trump, I'm like the last caller, I'm kind of 50-50 on Trump as well, because there's a lot of stuff that I don't like that he's done. And like I said, I voted Trump. I'm a conservative for the most part. But I don't like war. I hate war. I hate what's going on in the Middle East, mainly because, like you were saying, which I agree with, all this is going to do is create more proxies and more hatred towards the United States. And that's the kind of stuff that our future and our kids are going to have to deal with. So with that being said, that's something I agree with you totally on, because I am sick and tired of it. I'm 38 years old. You're around the same age as I'm just fed up with it already.
Well, the problem with the Greenland thing is that we have no reason to do exactly what he's talking about doing, because we already had like almost full authority to build whatever military base we wanted on Greenland to begin with. So if China was a problem that we needed to deal with, like we need to build more military assets on Greenland, we already could have done that. Again, it's not always a matter of what Donald Trump does, it's how he does it. That's
how
the
he
issue.
says it too.
Right. Yeah, how he portrays it, how he says it, how he does it, how, like, all of those things, right? Like saying, hey, we need to build more military bases on Greenland because the Arctic is an issue that China's encroaching on. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. Hey, we're going to take over Greenland and we'll do it by force if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to then, okay, now you're just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So like,
yes. And ultimately messaging is a huge issue for the guy, because he's blunt, he's a narcissist. Most Trump voters will say the same thing, that we know he's a narcissist. We know he talks a lot of crap. We know he's not he is a good communicator, but not in the right way.
No, he's not.
So,
but it's not even a matter of communication, sir. He believes this shit. That's what I'm saying. When he says he wants to go militarily take over Greenland, he believes that. When he says he wants to freaking make Canada the 51st state, he believes that. That's not a matter of miscommunication or like saying something that like we don't understand. He really wants to do those things because he doesn't have the ability to execute any of the good things that even would be okay for the United States, right? Like, even if if somebody was like, hey, we need to go like execute the Iran war because they're a threat to the United States. Okay, cool. Donald Trump doesn't have the ability to execute that. And he has Fox News hosts running the Department of Defense that have no ability to execute an actual accurate war that goes in and actually solves that problem. So they just get on stage instead and just freaking, Pete Hegseth is up there giving war haikus, right? Instead of freaking actually talking about, how to execute, an actual plan and what we're doing effectively. And you can see the difference between like, and General Kane is not my favorite. I'll put it that way. But like when you see General Kane and Pete Hegseth next to each other, it's so stark of a difference between somebody who actually has an understanding of how to execute war plans, right? How to actually, use the force of the military to execute, the interests of the United States, and somebody who literally has no fucking clue what they're doing. And that's the problem with the Trump administration, is that even if we did, like, say we had to go to war for some reason, right? Say we say we were attacked and we had to go to war. I don't trust this administration to actually use the military in a way that's actually going to be effective to actually help us defeat our enemies.
Well, I mean, how can, all right, so how can you say that without knowing the entire truth of what's really going on or what's really happened overseas? We ultimately don't know what is even going on. It's all he said, she said, news propaganda for the most part on both sides. We don't know what is actually going on.
Sir, I don't know how to fly a plane, but if I see one crashing, I know that's bad.
I mean, okay, wow. One really bad thing has happened so far. Fine.
One really bad thing? How about like the 13 soldiers that are all dead?
I understand. I'm talking
how many planes have we lost?
I'm talking strategically. Strategically, we don't know the entirety of exactly what's happened so far. It's coming from the administration, sure. You can trust that, you cannot trust that. I'm 50-50 on that because I don't even know. I don't know who to trust.
What's the one bad thing you're talking about?
You're talking about the plane that crashed, whatever, and they rescued the pilot.
What about the school that was hit and freaking 180 freaking children died?
That's a shame, but we don't know exactly who did that.
Yes, we do.
We don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we do not.
The Tomahawk missile. Does Iran have Tomahawks?
Anybody can just put a Tomahawk that the U.S. just threw a Tomahawk somewhere in the area. They could have just put it over there. I don't know. I don't know.
What?
Oh, gotcha. So Iran was targeting its own base and then hit its own school with its own missile that they don't have. You do realize the
Possibly.
Pentagon.
I don't know. I don't know.
The Pentagon internal assessment already came out and said it was a U.S. missile.
Again, if that's okay, but if that's the case, it's a shame either way. It doesn't matter who did it.
Yes, it does.
And it shouldn't have happened.
Yes, it fucking does matter who did it. One, my tax dollars funded who did it, and the other one, it didn't. One way, my tax dollars, my money that I send to the government, paid to kill school children, and the other way, it wasn't my dollars. So who did it absolutely matters. If the people that are like
That's
well
not
known
true,
for doing human rights
the money
violations,
that Obama sent over there, it could have been done with that money, our tax money.
Oh my god,
No.
you guys in this Obama money are such a fucking joke, dude.
Dude,
It did happen either way. I mean, he did send the money. So.
He did not send the money.
And then they put sanctions on it so that they couldn't, quote unquote, spend it.
It didn't happen. That money went to a Swiss account. It was their money, and it was released by the court system.
Yeah, it was sanctioned, and then they got control of it back. Which I get it. It's all political talking points on both sides. Okay.
You love saying both sides, don't you?
Yeah,
yes, because both sides suck.
No,
both
just you do.
sides suck.
This isn't a matter of political talking points. I am saying the truth of what happened, and you're saying propaganda of what happened.
I mean propaganda in the sense that when you listen to the news, if you listen to one side, they say one thing, and then the people that lean that way believe it, and then you listen to the other side, and vice versa.
I didn't do any of those things. I read the JCPOA, and I saw the court findings that sent them the money, and I know where the money went because the court findings and the JCPOA all said it. So I'm not listening to either side. You're doing that.
No. You're smart for doing that. I'm saying there are people who don't do that, who just listen to the news and follow everything the news tells them. Those people are the ones who.
I'm saying what happened, and you're arguing with me.
I'm not. What you're saying is true. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just stating the fact that there are people who don't do the research, that don't understand what you're saying, that agree with one side or the other on either side of the aisle. And that's a huge problem in this country, is the people that don't actually do their own research to figure out the actual truth.
You don't do your own research to figure out the actual truth. I've had conversations with you. Like, what are you talking about?
Stop it. Half the
What are
conversations
you
we have are
fucking talking
great.
about? Matt, literally, was it yesterday? You spent a half an hour arguing with me that a popular vote wasn't fair.
Well, I actually looked into the state, Massachusetts, and so there are 9 House of Representatives in the state. They're all Democrat.
There
20.
is no.
I'm talking about
representatives.
That's the state like the actual House representatives of the state. I'm talking about in Congress.
Yeah, that's because, so here's this cool thing that I've been working on, and of course, Polly knows all about it. That's because Republicans don't run in that state.
I agree.
Right? So
I agree.
District 1, there's not a single Republican candidate. District 2, there's not a single Republican candidate. District 5, there's not a single Republican candidate. District 7 and 8, same story. They just choose not to run. Blame the RNC for not asking for people to run for state legislator.
Totally agree.
Yeah,
100%.
That's on the RNC. It's not the fault of Massachusetts. They just don't run.
Part of the reason why is because they're not enticed to run. They can't fundraise in this state.
Blame the RNC.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. The reason why I brought up the popular vote in this state in particular is because if we're going to use it as a scale of representation in this state, 36.5% voted for Trump in 24. Okay, there's 100, like we were discussing yesterday. There's 162 representatives or whatever in the House of the state. 25 of them are Republican and 132 are Democrat. Okay, even that is not a fair representation in the state, because 36.5%, there should be a little less than double that amount. So let's just say 45 representatives in the state, if you're trying to use popular vote as a mechanism for fairness. Okay, that was my argument. And I know Massachusetts is an outlier because the state sucks in general, but it is an argument to be had because there should be more representation of the other side, quote unquote, other side in the state. 61% voted for Kamala, roughly. 36% voted for Trump, right? So there should be more representation. That's why I do not like the popular vote, because there is, in my opinion, there is no fair way to assess the actual fairness of a popular vote. Because like I said yesterday, you could have Kamala, whoever in 28, like I said, saying, I will give you free this, I will give you free that, I will do this for you and that for you. Guess what? People are going to vote for that. It's obvious. We're all human. If I get free shit...
win. Your argument already fell flat. She didn't win.
Well, she didn't win because she sucks and she's awful.
Well, you just said you would vote, like anyone would vote for someone that's just offering free shit.
I don't need free shit.
Your premise is already incorrect. Well,
I don't need free shit, so I don't care. I look past that.
Yeah, we're not talking about you. You said anyone would vote for that. Your premise already fails because she lost the 2024 election. So free, quote, free shit is not the contributing factor. It's not the deciding factor.
77 million people voted for somebody who couldn't even have an actual coherent conversation.
Are you talking about Trump?
Yeah, Donald Trump literally speaks at a fourth grade level and
Shit.
falls asleep during conversations and repeats himself and
like
literally
Harris?
has fucking dementia. What are you talking about?
Insane.
I don't entirely
Imagine
disagree.
saying that a literal fucking lawyer can't speak just because you hate women.
Kamala is a fraud.
I didn't even think that he was talking about Harris because of the fact that she didn't get 77 million votes. So I didn't even register the fact that he was even trying to talk about Harris. That was
how many did she get? 78 million?
If she got 78, she would have won the election.
Trump got 81 million votes. And he
What
won the
the
popular
fuck?
vote for almost 2 million votes.
No,
No, the fuck he didn't.
What?
Go look. Are you kidding me? Go look it up.
Go look at. We have. Why do people think that we literally do this every single day and we've never gone and looked this up?
Hold
I
on.
literally made a
That's
whole video
insane.
about the vote of the 2024 election. Like,
Hold
get
on.
the fuck out of here.
Hold on. I'm looking it up. I just
All right,
want to
I'm
be
taking
accurate
Manexes
here. Hold on.
towards this.
What's that?
Nothing.
We're
All right,
good.
so Trump got 77.3 million and Kamala got 75. Okay, fine.
Just say Harris. I don't know why it's so hard for you.
What's that?
Anyways.
Well, Kamala sucks, so that's.
I said just say Harris.
Why does
I don't
she
know why
suck, by
that's
the
so
way?
difficult for you.
Because I can't. It's not. Please don't say because she's a woman. I don't give a fuck what gender she is. I don't
Obviously,
care.
do. If
I
you
don't
think
care
that
if-
she sucks,
I-
there's
no,
no other
no, no,
reason
no.
why you could possibly think that. Is it because she's black?
No, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I could
Well,
care
obviously
less
you
what
do.
somebody
Because if you're
looks like.
saying that somebody who's literally spent their life dedicated to public service, who literally is it was the attorney generals of the hardest to pass bar in the United States, who literally had a successful Senate seat and vice presidency, and if you're going to take all of that and then say that she
Dude,
fucking
she got
sucked,
1%
there's
of
no
the
other.
primary vote in 2020.
Donald Trump couldn't get
2020.
a primary vote at all the first time he ran. Do you think he fucking sucks? No, you fucking voted for him.
Dude, I don't think he's great. I think he kind of.
When was the first time
right
Donald
now,
Trump
but-
ran for presidency?
What's that?
When was the first time Donald Trump ran for the presidency?
Official, I think 2012, didn't he?
It was 2000.
Nope.
What percentage of the primary vote did he
2000,
get in
okay.
that?
Oh, fucking! He was a Democrat in
No, he
2000.
Actually, he
wasn't
wasn't. No,
He
but
was
what
not.
percentage of the vote did he get?
Oh fuck! That was what during that was that Bush first year? I don't know because I was too young. I didn't follow any of the shit back
you
then.
need to know because apparently, according to you, if the first time somebody runs for presidency, if they get a small percentage of the primary vote, then they're not worthy of being president later, right?
Not
Never
entirely,
mind.
but I
Oh,
think.
gotcha.
I think,
So that only accounts
Oh.
if you're Kamala Harris, right?
no,
Again,
I'm
sir,
not.
Yeah.
the
That's,
only reason that you care is because
When
she's
she
a
had
woman.
already dropped out of the primary race for presidency. Yeah, that makes sense.
she had 1%
She had
of the vote
already
before she dropped out.
She dropped out prior to the primary, my guy.
I'm sure because Biden was like, maybe I should pick you, and we're a good team. We'll be a great team together.
Yeah,
the fucking
same thing that
dementia-ridden vegetable.
The same thing that RFK did with trying to schmooze up to every single campaign.
Don't talk bad
whether
about
it was
RFK.
Harris,
He's awesome.
icky.
RFK is awesome.
Gross.
You also have a worm in your brain?
Well,
You got any
I mean, how
raccoon
many
dicks in your
people-
freezer?
How many people in this country have illnesses that, things happen? You can't make fun of somebody because they have a worm in their brain. Come on. That's kind of rude.
Yes, I can.
Oh, my God.
Wait. You
So
just said
either-
you can't make. Hold on. You just said you can't make fun of somebody for an illness because illnesses happen, right? No, you just said
depends.
that.
If they're a pedophile or a rapist, you can make fun of them.
No. You just said
Okay.
you can't make fun of somebody for an illness because illnesses happen. So why are you trying to call Joe Biden dementia Biden?
Because I can't. Oh my God. If there was anybody that shouldn't have ever been president, seriously, it was him.
No, it's actually Donald Trump.
No. Biden was. Come on, you're really going to tell me that Trump's worse than Biden?
1,000 times worse.
Yes.
Not even close.
Oh my God.
1,000,000 times
Holy
worse,
crap.
honestly. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
I mean, Biden.
Goodbye. Anyways, Shay, thank you so much for the $50 super chat to get rid of Matt.
Oh, Shay,
I really.
I love that.
Yeah, she said Matt has got to go. He said Kamala sucks. Bye.
Bye.
I haven't done a pay to kick in forever, but Matt, I think, made it worth it. I think it's worth it for Matt. He was actually tame today, funny enough. In comparison to some of the other times I've talked to Matt, he's that was actually not the worst time I've talked to him. Not the worst.
Moderated himself is what you're saying?
I think he knew he was on the hook to get kicked, and so he decided to tone it down.
Yeah, he lost me when he said that.
W's in the chat for Shay. W's in the chat for Shay for kicking Matt. Huge W's in the chat for Shay.
Absolutely.
All right, if you still support Trump, you can join the guest request box. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Or call in on the number that's above my head. How long have I been on? How close are we to the... Let's see, hold on.
I don't know.
I was going to see where we were at over here. All right. I'll be right back. Sing him a song or something.
I don't sing, so that's not happening. But yeah, so I know Polly mentioned it yesterday about the soldier that got arrested for betting on Poly Market before we went in and yoinked Maduro. I still find that so funny. Interesting. What was the interesting news that I saw today? I live in the news, guys, unfortunately. Let's see. Oh, did you guys see the news about the Justice Department is readopting firing squads for executions? How does anyone feel about that part? How do you guys feel about the firing squads? Yeah, for those that didn't see it, that happened. It's insane. Yeah, Moose, I just brought that up. Yeah, so it's our Justice Department is saying it is bringing back a different method of the death penalty to finalize it, right? To put that little.
What did I just miss? Sorry. It sounded like everybody's. I can see my chat going off, but I don't know what's going on.
The Justice Department is bringing back firing squads.
Oh, I did see that, and a different form of lethal injection too, right?
Yep, and readopting the lethal injection protocol. Yeah.
Yeah, that should worry people.
It should. There is also the Department of Justice also, luckily, closed the investigation into the Federal Reserve, and as
Jerome
a part
Powell.
of that,
Yeah.
Jerome Powell, yep. Someone said that they're doing suffocation as a method.
Did they bring back the electric chair? Maybe. They might just bring back public hangings. Who knows? This is what he meant by Make America Great Again, is go back to as bad of, stuff as we can go back to, I guess.
Apparently. I know I read it on Reuters, so I'm just trying to get it signed back in.
Yeah, I was trying to log into my Reuters earlier, and it was like being weird. Burning at the stake? Are we going to start burning witches?
Oh, it's not this one.
Dude, we're going to start burning witches.
All right.
And guillotine? Okay, so guillotines, that would be kind of a cool one.
There we are. Okay.
That would be kind of cool. The guillotine, isn't that what they used in who they used the guillotine on? It's like a French ruler.
Alabama is using nitrogen gas for executions.
God, what the fuck? They suck. Marie Antoinette, that's her. That's what it was.
Yeah, U.S. administration plans to add firing squads, electrocution, and gas asphyxiation as alternative methods of executing people.
So this is what I will say, which is stoning. Wow, stoning's wild. That's a wild thing to say. We're gonna bring back the freaking what was that thing where they used to drop people on a giant skewer or whatever?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't
What was
know
that called?
Nope.
We
I
might
don't
as well
wanna
bring
know.
back crucifixion.
Ugh.
Like,
Why are you
fuck it.
hurting
Like,
my
let's
soul?
just go all the way. You know what I'm saying?
You
That's what I mean.
are
I will
trying
say
to hurt
this.
me.
I will say this. Impaling, yeah. Quartering, yeah.
Eh.
I will say this. If you gave me if I had to be executed for some reason and I had the choice between lethal injection and firing squad, I'd take firing squad. Is that weird?
Why?
Huh?
I want to know why.
I don't know. I just don't want to get go out tied down to a table strapped to with belts to it. I don't.
Yeah. I
I
guess.
don't know. That just seems like the worst way for me.
I guess.
Just for me,
The
just for me
picture-
personally, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I would choose.
I mean, the picture that they have up for the Reuters article is literally just one of the chairs with all the straps.
A bunch of people are saying they'd take guillotine, which was actually my next choice.
I don't like anybody right now.
Yeah. Yeah, literally people are saying firing squad is quicker. I've heard that also. Like
Y'all
I've actually heard that.
literally causing me not good feelings, and I don't enjoy it.
Well, you're the one who started talking about this.
I know, but I am a bit squeamish.
Yeah, literally everybody.
fault.
I thought I was the only one, and everybody in here is like, yeah, I'd go with firing squad also. Yeah, it's either firing squad or guillotine.
Crazy. Love you, but no.
I would take North Korean anti-aircraft missile. Not the gas chamber. No, that's the one I don't want.
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that if I die, it's quick, That's all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think the firing squad one is actually quicker,
Unless
Someone
they don't
said
hit
bomb
a
vest.
vital organ. See,
And what if
your
your lethal injection doesn't freaking take, or they miss it, or there's tons of things that can go with any of them. Yeah.
Too. How about here's a hot take. How about you just don't commit a crime?
Tons of people who haven't committed crimes have been executed in the United States.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm against the death penalty, is because there's so many people who haven't committed crimes. That's the problem.
There is that part too.
Yeah.
That should have been the first thing I said. No, I don't agree with the death penalty. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Again, like I said, there's two things I'll say about the death penalty. The number one thing is I don't think we should have the death penalty for murderers because A, we're really, really bad about figuring out who actually committed crimes, and B, their justice system has serious racial issues when it comes to who gets convicted of murder and who gets the death penalty. Super, super bad issues. On that note, I am very pro death penalty with a certain amount of evidence for chomos. And I'm totally cool with it being super, super horrific. Cause you hear a lot of people what I'm saying is you hear a lot of people that get falsely convicted of murder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But how many times are you hearing people that are oh, this guy was overturned on a conviction for possession of, child stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That never happens. You know what I'm saying? Kill those guys. You know what I'm saying? I got no issue with that. I'll help, dude. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Are you okay there?
I'm just reacting to you. Sorry.
No, this is just some shit I don't fucking play around with. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I'm just having verbal reactions or audible reactions. Audible reactions. That's
Both of those are accurate.
Yeah, audible sounds better.
Yeah, that's the one thing I agree with it on. The one thing I think we should take it away. Also, let's be straight up, right?
No. What?
No, okay, this is gonna be bad. Okay, this is gonna be bad.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this is gonna be bad. But like,
It's gonna be life altering bad.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, okay, this is just my personal opinion. Okay, let's not get mad at me, but my personal opinion. Okay, is there no reason to ever kill someone? Like, no, right? There's not like no reason ever. Like you know me. If somebody like ever like hurt my daughter, like it's over. Like you might as well just send me to prison.
Well,
like I'll do it.
That's not the
And
death penalty.
I'll do it and I'll smile. And I'm just saying, like, just like to kill someone in general, right? Like that's all I'm saying, right? Like just send me straight to prison. It's fine. I'll go, I'll admit to it, I'll do the whole fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But the kid stuff, like there's never an excuse for that. There's never a good reason for that. So just immediate, just fucking gone. You know what I'm saying? That's, I don't know, maybe that's how I justify it in my head. And maybe that's it. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you going after someone for harming your daughter, that's totally different. That's just, what's the word? Being a vigilante.
I'll shoot someone in the dick. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's just being
You know, I'd probably do that too. I probably wouldn't even kill him.
Valid.
I would just shoot. I would shoot him right in the junk. That way they had to live with that for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
Like,
get that. That's why I said valid. Yeah.
Gone. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
You're gonna live with that shit, dude.
Enjoy your life, or don't, because I don't want you to.
The blood loss may kill him. Oh no, I'll call 911. I'll make sure that we stop it. I know how to stop bleeding. Yeah, you'll never hurt anyone ever again. Try having a super successful dating life. Try not gonna happen.
Oh. But
all right. Looks like we have a caller. Y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. We're gonna move on to a caller. Oh yeah, I'll go medieval style in there. I'm gonna bring some hard pipe hitting. I'm gonna go to work on Mr. Grapist over here. Oh yeah.
Oh.
For sure. Anyways, we're gonna bring up the next caller. Really appreciate you guys. If you guys like to make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you guys like to support the live, I do have super chat, super stickers halfway through the gift goal over here. Pay links in the bio. Like I said, again, thank you so much for Ryan for the $5 earlier too. I appreciate that.
Yeah, don't forget to double tap the screen on TikTok, guys.
Yeah, we're getting close to 350 over there. Let's see if we can get this thing up to 350,000 likes. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
27.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
For one reason, I support the way that he handles police in the United States, and I think that he has helped us be more successful.
Like when he pardoned a whole bunch of people that freaking injured 140 Capitol police officers and ended up with the killing of 2 of them and pardoned a whole bunch, like that? Or
so in April 2025, he put in an executive order for us. Are you aware of that?
Are you not going to respond to what I just said?
No.
Okay, well then fuck off. Yeah, well then fuck off. Either respond to what I just fucking said or fuck off. Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I have my little script and I'm not going to vary from this little script regardless of what you tell me. Yeah, fuck you. Like I have my little script and that's all I'm going to go with.
My safe space.
Yeah, going to sit in my little safe space. Not gonna let the mean leftists hurt my feelings today.
The same guy that said that Trump didn't do anything for us.
Trump didn't do anything for us. But you're still not responding to what I said.
I called you a week ago, and you told me when I spoke to you about this, you said Trump didn't sign any executive orders for police, and that everything that happens, I have to thank my state legislators for. Right?
Yeah.
That's not the case.
I actually didn't say that. That's actually not what I said. That's actually not what I said. Hold on. Let me just be very clear because I remember this conversation. That's not what I said. I said that if you're talking about local law enforcement, the president doesn't have the ability to affect it. He
Well,
can
he
sign
did
whatever
with the
fucking executive
if
order
you
he
read
wants.
it.
He can also
Did you
sign an
read it?
executive order. He can also say that sign an executive order that says that like 4-year-olds in freaking China get free spaghetti. It doesn't have any effect if he
So
doesn't have
I'm
jurisdiction
gonna
over
assume
it.
you didn't read the executive order, then, correct? Do you know
Sure,
the name
let's
of
read
the
it. What's the name of the
I'm
executive
speaking of?
order?
What's
the
the
name of
EO
it?
number?
Yeah, what's the EO number?
It
Let's
is
bring it up.
Strengthening American law enforcement.
I'm
to
sorry,
pursue
what was
criminals
that?
and protect
I'm sorry, you're
civilians.
breaking up, sir. Your MAGA mobile's hurting you. What's the name of the EO?
Strengthening, unleashing
No,
America.
the number, sir. EO number.
I'm looking at the name, not the number.
Well, then
You
find the
can Google the name.
number.
Did you know that?
I
Did you
could,
know that?
or
You
you
can
could just tell me
Google
the
name.
number. Because if
No,
you're reading
the
the
reason-
EO, then
Yeah, the reason why we like the number is because it pulls it up directly on the Federal Registrar, and that's a filed. That's how you know it's a filed EO.
I'm looking at the White House Gov, and I do not see a number
That-
for it.
Yeah, I want the Federal Registrar number.
Yeah, if you look at White House Gov, the executive
I
order
want the
is right.
Federal Registrar number.
It's crazy. A week ago, it was that
I
Trump
want
didn't do
the
it.
Federal
Now it's, I
Registrar
want the
number. I don't
Sure
hear
you
you
do.
providing me a Federal
to Polly.
Registrar
Who
number.
even are you? Who even
I've been
are
up
you?
here this whole time.
he doesn't like talking to women.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah,
great, but I
I've
didn't
been
call
up
to
here
talk
this
to
whole
you.
time. Well, my voice
That's
was
great.
coming through the screen this entire time, even when you
Okay,
called in.
congratulations.
Okay,
So are you guys
Pookie,
going to
are
address
you
the fact
okay?
of- are we going to speak about this executive
Sure.
order or just
Yeah,
argue?
I can talk about
Okay,
it.
so can
no
we get
worries.
into it? You guys
Hold
should
on.
have been able to find it by now.
Pause. Would you like to tell me what executive orders do?
Executive orders make laws.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
Did you even read it
You're
yet?
you're not this stupid,
we're
right?
Still waiting for you guys to open the document, correct?
No.
A
I
week
just want
ago
to
it was,
want to
hey,
make
a
sure.
week ago it was,
Pookie,
hey, Trump doesn't have the ability to
Pookie,
help, and now it's,
Pookie,
oh, we
don't
need the
make me
number,
mute
this,
you.
that.
Don't make
When
me
you
mute
guys
you.
want to open it,
No, okay. All right. So now you just get to listen to me because I made him mad.
Did he run?
He did.
That's fine. I found a stupid little executive order.
My bad.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't really want to listen to him cry anyway. He obviously didn't like hearing from women, but you know he probably doesn't get to talk to one very often. So,
He literally said that executive orders make law. Like, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking at this thing. It doesn't look like it does. Fucking shit.
Let me guess. It just says we'll evaluate.
The executive
how
order
cops are
aims to
doing their job.
reinforce state and local law enforcement by enhancing legal protections, increasing funding, and reversing restrictions that hinder police operations. Cool. You can't have legal protections federally from state laws, right? Doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
You can't increase funding because the federal government doesn't fund fucking local police departments, and you can't expand their training for the same reason. And reversing restrictions that hinder police. Those restrictions are state and local restrictions that the federal government can't affect. Cool.
Don't tell them.
Oh, goodness gracious. It also makes stronger sentencing for crimes against officers, which would be state crimes, which the federal government can't affect.
No, but it makes laws, okay?
Is exactly what I said before.
Executive orders are not laws. They do not make laws. Caller was a chud.
Yeah. Waste of time. Waste of time. Boring. Anyways, I think I'm going to get offline.
Okay.
Because I've been on for like 2 hours and 15 minutes. And yeah. It's Friday night. I'm going to go drink a bunch of beers. All right. I'll see you guys on Monday. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Okay. Thank you guys so much for all the support, everything you guys going on. Really appreciate you guys. See you guys on Monday. Bye.
Deuces.